Going officially here today?
Well, the exciting news is we finally have some more healthy bodies, so it's been a long summer in that regard. So to have most everybody back on the floor is really a positive for us, and obviously we're really excited to get going.
How would you describe this team coming in?
Young, still trying to learn each other's names a little bit, but you know, there's a lot of youthful enthusiasm, which is fun for everybody involved. But I really like their chemistry. They get along extremely well. I think they'll play for each other. They've worked hard this summer. Some guys on the floor, some guys on rehab and injuries, but everybody's done what they were supposed to do. Now we just got to try to put it together as quick as we can.
How do you? I'm sure you do it all offseason, thinking about potential lineups and you know, groups of players that are going to be together. I'm guessing you got about 3 or 4 pages full of different possibilities. But is that exciting for you as a coach, or is it more frustrating?
You know, there's certainly some options, and to have a roster that's versatile enough that you can throw a small lineup out there that could be pretty effective is obviously good, and we can also throw a pretty big lineup out there. Usually you tinker with that in the summertime, but you know, with Martin in particular, you know, he's really the key to some of that. Whether he can slide to that 4 spot and play that perimeter 4 spot for us is really going to be critical to our big lineup being effective. But you know, we've got some guys that played a lot of basketball for us that are really going to have to lead for us this season.
How has Martin come back from his injury?
Good. You know, we'll be at 8 months next week, so I think he's right on schedule. He was at the doctor this morning, and I think he can start some live stuff, at least in the quarter court today, and then gradually over the next 2 or 3 weeks get to the point where he can go up and down and do everything that we do. So, you know, I think it's probably a little bit ahead of schedule. Obviously, he's been there before and done this before in terms of rehabbing a knee, and he's been very diligent about what has to happen and what he's done in his workouts.
What have you seen from Connor in terms of what he's brought?
You know, Connor's he's a mature player. He gets it. He understands what he's supposed to do. He really stays in his lane, you know, doesn't try to do crazy things. You know, the challenge for him is, you know, he played at a much slower tempo at Rice than what we play here. So making those decisions on the fly when you're fatigued is a little bit more of a challenge, and he's getting a little bit better every day.
He seems pretty excited about the opportunity to be a leader on this team, specifically with the experience he has, but how does he battle the transition of, like what you said, trying to like adapt his style to what you guys want to do on the floor versus also being a guy that guys can confide in?
Well, I think he's going to be a leader because of who he is, more so than what he accomplishes on the basketball floor. You know, he's a well-rounded person, you know, great student, and you know, great personality, great family. He gets it. So I think people are attracted to him from a leadership standpoint for those reasons, and whatever happens on the basketball floor is a bonus. But he'll be able to carve out a role on this team, and really carve out an important role, I think, that it can help us be successful.
I know it's early, but if you go smaller lineups, who would you foresee, or who are you going to try to work in at that 4 spot to sort of
we got to practice a few times first before I know. But you know, certainly Christian and Damian Jefferson. Mitch has done it before, so you know, if we decide to go small, we've got a lot of options.
I was just going to say, when you think about you know, some of those new guys coming in and the impact that last year's freshmen, you know, made and then had to make for you down the stretch, I mean, does it scare you a little bit to maybe rely on as many young guys as you may have to rely on this year?
Well, we relied on some young guys last year at times. As you look back in that Villanova game in February, Big East tournament, you know, Martin Tyshawn and Mitch and Jacob were on the floor at some pretty big moments in those games. So, you know, I think we've put together 2 really good back-to-back classes with that class, and yeah, Damian Jefferson to that class now, and then with you know, Sam and Christian and Marcus, I think it's 2 really good classes, and I think they're going to win a lot of basketball games before they're done here.
2 more.
I mean, the expectations on the outside, Mac, are that you guys are going to take a little bit of a step back. How do you react to some of the early season sort of predictions that others are making about where this team can be or what it can do?
If somebody can figure out the Big East and call it correctly, they need to go over to the casino and spend a lot of time there, because this is about as difficult as a league as there is to call, because you have a lot of secondary players that now are going to play primary roles for their team across the conference. You've got some transfers coming in the league that are untested that people don't know about. And you got some freshmen that are going to play roles because of what, rosters have been decimated across the league in terms of some of their top scorers. So, everybody's role is going to change, and nobody knows how that's going to pan out. And, like I said, I like our team. We'll strap it up. We'll see what happens.
Do you worry at all with a young team, maybe listening to some of that stuff or hearing it?
We don't listen to that stuff near as much as you do.
Coach Mack, it's been a true honor and blessing to be part of the program. We get in here every day, work out as hard as we can, and the excitement just builds and builds. And hearing the stories the players tell, the fans I met around campus and off campus, 17,000 coming to the game, and playing for them and playing for this family, it's been very, very exciting this point.
Why Creighton?
The culture, the staff, and the team. I went on the visit here, and everyone's so connected as family, and that's something I want to be a part of.
The tradition
Absolutely, the tradition here, the way they work, the way they play, the trust they have in each other, the chemistry. You can see it. My first couple of days here, it felt like I know these guys forever. So
you being able to score and shoot the way that you do, this has to be kind of a dream fit for you and a good opportunity, I would think, from your side of things.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a dream come true, and I've been talking to my parents about it, and these guys that I've been playing with, point guards like Davion, Caleb, and our freshmen. It's been awesome, and the way the play style they have, and again, I speak about the culture, the trust they have in each other, and the chemistry. It's been something. It's been awesome.
Connor, what's the adjustment been like?
I would say the biggest adjustment is just getting the feel playing with each other. I wasn't here for the summer, so I haven't really have a feel for the games. I've always been watching clips and plays that the coaches send me about the team and my teammates. But getting on the floor is another thing. So every time we all get on the court together, it's been an adjustment, but it's been great. Every field, the feel of each other's game, the feel of ourselves has been amazing.
You said you were brought in to be a leader, a veteran presence on this group, given how young the core is. How has that gone so far in terms of just building relationships with the guys that have already been here and establishing, I guess, that you are in a leadership position on this team?
It's been great. It's probably been my favorite experience here so far. Meeting new people and getting to know them off the court. I think that's the biggest thing. Relationships and chemistry. Doing team bonding activities. Scheduling those type of activities translates directly on the court. And as long as we're working out together and being a leader has been great. And Coach Mack and the staff, and the team trusting me, and the leaders on this team. I think the most important thing is they open up themselves to let me help and have my voice. So it's been great.
How do you step into that position as a new guy? Because you have to get yourself comfortable too, but at the same time you also have to exude confidence in guys that are looking to you for that role. How do you do that so quickly?
Honestly, I just lean on my teammates, and I think that's what great leaders do. They know their teammates and they know themselves, and guys like Teeny, Davion, and people that's been here have been very, very helpful for me, and I've been learning from them. And that allows me to work even harder at what I do and show these guys that what it takes, because I've been pretty much an experienced player. So those two guys have been helping me along the way, and that's how I lead.
What are the expectations for this group? I mean, I know you're just now getting into it, but where do you want this team to go?
Oh, to the end. So I want to cut down nets. That's why I really came here. But I'm a believer, taking one day at a time, one practice at a time. But the Final Four has been on my mind since I came into college as a freshman. And I think we have the talent and the chemistry and the staff to do it, the play style. So we just got to keep buckling down and working hard and coming together.
What did you study the team at all before you came here in terms of maybe the gap that currently exists between getting to that spot where you want to cut down nets as opposed to where they've been before?
Absolutely. I've done research about many games I found on whatever channels or Creighton. I watched all the summer, numerous games, the same games against Villanova, Georgetown, all these games. So just getting that feel on tape has been helpful as well. And seeing their play style, what they're doing defense, they switch ball screens, do their heads hard, so seeing that has been very helpful.
Thinking about all the offensive production that this team lost from last year to this year, and the opportunity for you guys as a group, does it make it a little bit easier knowing that you're not trying to, fight guys for possessions? There's plenty of opportunity to go around for everybody.
Well, absolutely. And the thing I noticed about what I've been watching tape, a lot of these young guys have a lot of game and a lot of talent, and they're going to showcase that. And I've seen it in practice, open gyms, when we've been working out. We lost 2 veteran scorers, now it's time for more and more people to step up, and I believe in every single one, every single person that could do it, whether it's one person this night, another person that night.
Thanks, Tom.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate you guys.
About that time, man. What's the excitement level for you guys just getting out here for official practice?
Yeah, man, it's been a long time from January 17th and just working hard and charging my batteries for next new season.
How's the knee feeling?
It's really good, man. It's really good coming back.
What's this comeback been like for you to get back on the court? Describe it.
ACL injury is a tough road. You know, it's a 9-month recovery, and it's been a lot of ups and downs, and taking it with positivity, taking all the positive fans and thoughts and all that together really helps, and having people around that are really making me, you know, happy and staying positive really helps.
You were kind of coming into your own when that injury happened. Can you get that confidence back on the court the way you were playing when you went down?
Yeah, it was really hard to hear from the doctor that it's not good news. But I never stopped working, you know. I was in the gym the next day and just do what I could.
You know, when you think about this team, it's got a lot of different looks without Marcus and Kyrie. We got a lot of faces and guys that want to step up. What are your expectations for this group, and how do you see this thing kind of coming together?
Yeah, man, we got a really talented group this year. We might not have volume scorers like Marcus and Kyrie were, but when we put it together, you know, all the players, and I think we're gonna have a special year.
What's special about this year's team in particular?
It's just more people in the gym all the time. I would call them like gym rats. They're really good about coming in on their own, trying to figure their stuff up, and it's been really encouraging.
Okay, will your role change without Marcus or Kyrie? I mean, what were you doing what you were doing last year before you left? Will that change anything?
Yeah, people like to talk about that my role is going to change, but I would just want to be a leader, try to learn from Marcus and Kyrie, and just try to pass my knowledge to younger guys, and at the same time still learn new things, you know.
Do we need to score more anyway, you think?
If that's what they need me to do, I'll do it.
Had they said that?
No, they did not particularly say that.
Marquis, what's the team, or have you guys at all having any conversations about what people outside the building might think of this group? I mean, I think a lot of people are looking at you, knowing that you lost Marcus and Kyrie, and they're wondering what kind of team you're going to put together. Have you thought about at all what the outsiders might say going into this year?
Yeah, they have us on 8th, 9th place in the Big East. The people who doesn't know what players we got this year and what are we bringing from last year. But as I said, I think it's really encouraging to see all those guys in the gym, and that's what it counts. Talent doesn't work anymore, so if they were good in high school, that doesn't mean they're going to be good in college. As long as they're willing to work, then we're going to be just fine.
Do you guys like having that chip on your shoulder, having the outsiders maybe think negative against you guys?
It has positive and negative things about it. I like to be an underdog just to prove them wrong, and yeah, we kind of like it.
What have you seen out of Connor so far coming in, and you know, as an experienced guy to try and maybe, you know, handle some of those scoring duties for you guys?
Yeah, first thing I saw from Connor was that he's a really good guy, really good locker room guy, and didn't have a chance to play with him a lot, but going through this summer and this fall a little bit, we played one-on-one, so I can see what can he do, and he's got some stuff to learn, and he's going to be good for us.
Anything else?
So Martin, are you going to play 4, the 5? Do you have an idea yet of where you fit on the court?
Yeah, this is what we're trying to figure it out. It's going to depend a lot on what other teams have in the lineup too, so we'll see.
How many different lineups do you think you guys can put together with this group?
Coach Mack's going to have a tough job this year, that's for sure.